Dani Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, well, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick. Good morning, Frederick. Today is, I love that song. I'm sorry, it just gets stuck in my head. Today, Wednesday, June 26th, and I'm your host, Dani Gurry. Welcome to show number 62. It has been quite the ride so far, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. If you're new to the show, well, welcome to you. Feel free to go onto our YouTube channel and you can watch past episodes. You can also search for individuals that we have interviewed in the past because each segment is also separately posted. So perhaps you saw something a few weeks ago about February Star Sanctuary, which is the horse and barn cat sanctuary where they do adoptions and things like that. You can search for that on our channel. Or perhaps you want to, go back and see Lauren Vignola that we interviewed about her book. And she's on there as well. So we do post each individual segment to our YouTube channel, which is why we ask people to go to YouTube to watch the show, because there's everything comprehensive is there. It's very hard to find individualized videos on Facebook, even on my own page, even on Good Morning Frederick. Facebook has the worst sorting to find videos of any platform, for sure. So anyway, YouTube, everything is very nicely sorted. You can search by date. If you click on the lives, you can see every single live we've ever done, and those are all separated out. You can also check out the podcast, which is on YouTube. It's very strange how YouTube does the podcast part, though, because when I post the podcast, it's kind of all mixed up within the videos. So now, actually, to make it a little clearer, I've changed the image so it says Good Morning Frederick, the podcast. So that doesn't become so distracting. Anyway, if it is your first time watching, I'm Dani Gurry, as I said. I own a company called Promo Circus, which helps companies with events, marketing, and promotions. But alongside that is this project, Good Morning Frederick. I love Frederick, and I think we have some of the best people anywhere. And I've lived many places. We also have some really great businesses and nonprofits that support the community in amazing ways. So I wanted to create a show that highlighted all of that, and here we are. And just about 60 shows, because I haven't counted since yesterday. I haven't put in all the numbers. Just about 12 weeks, we have surpassed 77,000 total views across all of our platforms of the show. And I think that's pretty good, actually. I'm pretty proud of us. And I appreciate it because I could not do this without all of you and your support. And I have some dedicated tribe members out there, and I love you so much, for sure. Now, the goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by September. I'm hoping you can help us get there. I think we are at, right now, 400 and... I can't remember. Let me just see here. Yeah. 481 subscribers on our YouTube channel so far. And every day somebody asks, how can I help you? There are 3 very simple ways. Number 1, tell someone about the show. Encourage them to watch. 2, I know this sounds mundane, but liking, commenting, sharing the streams, and following, clicking that follow button on Facebook and YouTube, getting notified. Seriously, I know it sounds ridiculous and people say it all the time, but the algorithms are looking for engagement. The more we get, the more they push this show to other people in the area. Also, the longer you watch, right? So if you watch the show, even if you have it on in the background, that's okay. But if you let the show run for a majority of the time, it shows that people are watching, which I love. and so does the algorithms. And if you're looking for some marketing opportunities, reach out. We've got some affordable ways to reach thousands of people right here in Frederick. All right, new Good Morning Frederick merch alert. I just got in my 20-ounce travel mugs. Oh, there we go. Okay, you can see it. Well, kind of the ring light's not helping it, but it's etched with Good Morning Frederick right on it. And I love these. You can pick them up starting tomorrow at the home of Everything Frederick. The shop is open from Thursdays to Sundays. And if you're looking for a place to relax, grab some free coffee, or purchase locally made products, stop by. There are still some Good Morning Frederick t-shirts and tanks, hats, stickers, magnets, and of course, Everything Frederick merch and Frederick Girl and soon to be Frederick Guy shirts. It's a great place. Every time somebody comes in, they go, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. So you need to come by and check it out. Both Good Morning Frederick and Everything Frederick and more are all about giving back to local organizations, local charities, and businesses. And right now, we're supporting two. Souls of Love. They work through local organizations to provide new shoes for kids just in time for the start of school. Now, my goal is 200 pairs of shoes this year. Mama Cone and I are going to go in on first Saturday, so not this weekend. Oh, it is? Is it this weekend? I don't know. We're going to have to double check the calendar. Let's see. We are on the 26th. No, next Saturday. So next Saturday, Mama Cone and I will be at the shop. We're going to count our shoes to see where we are because we only have until July 20th or something like that to get our totals in. 200 pairs of shoes. Now, we probably have 75 pairs of shoes at the store right now, but I received 2 checks. One from Ken's Transmissions and one from Positive Technology. Each of them sent $500. So I'm thinking $1,000 should buy maybe 70 pairs of shoes, depending. Julie Gaver's going to be doing the shopping, so prices have gone up a little bit, so hopefully we can get 70 more pairs. So we're pretty close. So 50 pairs of shoes, probably 50 to 75 pairs of shoes is what I'm going to need. Now, we're also collecting United Way's Stuff the Bus. So if you're out shopping for school supplies, I need to go buy Staples. When the kids were in school, Staples used to have some awesome, great deals during the summer, like 25-cent notebooks and really cheap pencils. And I'm going to stop by there this weekend and shop. But if you do that, you can also drop off your new school supplies at the home of Everything Frederick. You can stop in and say hi, see the shop, maybe pick up some great soaps or candles or beautiful silver jewelry, or maybe the new travel mug from Good Morning Frederick. All right, now that we've gone through all that, today's show, I get to know John Pierce, who is the outgoing president for Key City Rotary. If you've not ever heard of Rotary before or haven't heard of Key City Rotary, I'd love to tell you more about it. It's a great organization giving back to the community in big ways, but he's the outgoing president, and I didn't really know him too well before we chatted, so that's really fun for me. And Tammy Brown makes me feel like the craftiest person around. I'm going to show off my sea glass tree that I made this past Sunday at the home of Everything Frederick. And Bob Miller joins me from WFMD's Morning News Express for news, weather, and sports. Plus, as always, I've got all the events. All right, let's get the day going right here. Well, as always, we wouldn't be here without the support of great organizations and businesses like We Help You Move. Whether you're moving across the street or across the country, Nicholas and his team of moving experts can make that whole process so much easier and stress-free. He's got great packing tips. I'm telling you, I've never seen somebody pack a truck full of boxes like Nicholas can. And he's a huge supporter of the Frederick community. He's also a veteran, and we love that as well. And we're putting it out there. I don't think he still hasn't been to Montana yet. So somebody, maybe we ought to just pay to send him to Montana, and he can enjoy it. He can take the truck if he wants. All right, Bob Miller has clicked in, so let's get the Morning News Express going. Well, happy hump day to you, Bob Miller. How are you today?
You know what? Every day's a holiday. Every meal's a banquet.
Oh, I love that. I need a shirt with that on it.
And I love days off in buffets. That's all you can eat buffets. You know?
I'm right there with you on both of those for sure. For sure. How you doing today?
I'm great. Ask Nicholas Walker how long it takes him. Like, say you want to buy him a ticket to go to Montana, just to go to Montana. Ask him how long it will be before he falls asleep on the airplane.
Do you know something we don't know?
He said, well, it was weird because one time he told me, like, during the pandemic he flew, and he put some kind of a bag over him and with like a little bit of a fan, and he just put on some headphones and fell asleep before they even took off. So apparently he can fall asleep right before they take off, and he'll wake up right as they land. So
I have done the same, I have to say. My husband can't even shut his eyes for 5 minutes. Even when we fly to Australia, which is like a 15-hour flight from LA, he doesn't sleep. I can sleep anywhere.
I couldn't sleep either. I don't know why, but I can't sleep either. So, well, you know, it'd be nice, but
he can't.
I can't do it.
No.
Hey, what's going on? You know what? In the news, I saw this story. Remember we talked the other day about the Pride event that might have had a little bit of an issue.
Right.
Maybe somebody got tased.
Yes.
Well, apparently it was a guy who was playing his trumpet too loud.
Oh.
Now, a gentleman by the name of, and I hope if I get it wrong, and I'm really sorry, but you can take Dani to task about it. Japheth Clark, 34, was charged with resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, because he was playing his trumpet, and it was he had a speaker with it, so he was making it too loud. I mean, you don't need a speaker with a trumpet in downtown Frederick. If you've ever seen the Echo Taps, you know that.
Generally not, no.
No, but apparently now, according to an article, the police department posted a message on Facebook trying to dispel the rumors that a taser was used on Mr. Clark during his arrest. The body camera footage from the incident will be released once an internal review is finished. But we didn't know the reason behind what the so-called tasering, but maybe this is it. But he also, look, if the police come up to you and say, hey, dude, you got to unplug. We don't have a problem. We don't have a problem playing your trumpet, but you got it hooked up to a speaker. Turn the speaker off. You're bothering people, but apparently he didn't do that. He pulled away. He refused to put his hands behind his back, and you just don't do that.
Never good. Please, you can sort out who's right, who's wrong later.
Right.
Just
you
follow
and I
instructions.
think so much alike.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
No.
The Board of Education is voting on a replacement design for Yellow Springs Elementary School.
That's my elementary, Bob Miller.
Is that where you went?
And my kids, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they're looking at maybe redesigning and doing a new school, and it would be a 2-story school, which I think I'm a little hesitant when it comes to kids, but apparently there's other two-story elementary schools because I worry about kids running up and down steps that aren't really ready to run up and down steps.
Bob Miller, come on. If kids can't walk up and down steps by the time they're in school, there is something seriously wrong.
You know what, Dani? I only think about what if somebody trips somebody pushes somebody, and the next thing you know, we've got a lawsuit. That's all.
I know.
That's all I'm saying.
Generally, so I think North Frederick is a 2-story. I think Waverly's 2-story. And generally what they do is the older kids, 4th and 5th graders, are the ones who go upstairs.
Okay. Well, and maybe that will work.
Yeah.
I would think that might be something that we could get behind. I like the fact that maybe we should do cookie cutter type of designs, but apparently the topography at this particular location isn't going to allow that on some kind of a cookie cutter design. So we'll wait and see how far they get with that. But they say it should open up in 2026.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty quick. Right. I know the plot of land they're looking at because they're also thinking about putting the middle school there. It's right at the intersection of Walter Martz Road and Christopher Crossing. And it is an interesting piece of land that they've gotten, so I do think they're going to have to be a little creative. So,
well, we got people who can push dirt around, so
yes, we do.
That. And finally, a Gaithersburg man has been arrested for the armed robberies of 5 7-Eleven stores in Montgomery County. Earl David Long, 59, was taken into custody on Friday, June 21st, charged with multiple counts of armed robbery. Police say the robberies occurred between the 5th of June and the 21st of June. 7-Eleven stores which were robbed were in there was one in the block of North Frederick Street, Fenton Street. I guess these are down the road, some of them. The other one isn't. North Westland Drive, New Hampshire Avenue. The guy's going to be going to jail for a long time. So funny, a real quick story. The very first traffic ticket I ever got, I went into which is now City Hall.
Okay.
It was the Frederick County Courthouse, just to kind of show you how old I am. Right? So I go to fight it, and I'm sitting there with a guy, and I am not saying anything. We're just kind of sitting outside waiting for our turn to go into court. And I remember his name, but I'm not going to mention his name because, statutes of limitations and stuff like that. But he looks at me and goes, "What are you in here for?" And I said, "Oh, a traffic ticket." I said, "What about you?" He goes, "I robbed a 7-Eleven."
Oh, my gosh.
I went, "Oh, well, look at me. I got to go."
Yeah, exactly. Goodness.
I'm ready to pay my fine now. I'm ready to pay my fine and just get out of here.
No kidding. Did you beat the ticket?
No, I did not. Because you ever seen the episode of Big Bang Theory where Sheldon tries to fight a traffic ticket?
Yeah.
That was me. I was like, if I ran the red light, you should have ran the red light if you say you were right behind me and yet you didn't turn on your light. That kind of a deal. So.
Oh, boy.
I think I had to go to dum-dum school for that.
Did you?
Yes, because it was like right after I got my driver's license.
Oh, yeah, if it's like within a year. Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Over there where you used to go over there by McCurdy Field.
Yes.
That's where you used to get your license from, right?
Yes, exactly. Actually, I think I got my driver's license. It was in the at the fire hall on Bogman's Lane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's where I took my driver's test. They used to set up there temporarily, once or twice a week. That's how old I am.
I don't remember that at all, so I'm older than you.
I know.
Yeah, I know. So I don't remember where I took my motorcycle one because I bought a motorcycle from your brother.
Yeah, of course you did.
Yes, I did. Honda 750.
Oh, yeah, the old Honda. He's still buying and selling motorcycles pretty much, so not much has changed there.
I'm sure he is. All right, let's jump into sports here. The Orioles, they need a little bit of help. Last night, it was an interesting night for the Orioles. So the Orioles led by one run in the fourth inning. Then Cole Irvin induced a weak ground ball by Gabriel Arias. The Cleveland Guardians first baseman just kind of tapped it right into the ground. It only went 2 feet. But then the catcher made the decision that did not prove well for the Orioles, and it was a calamitous 5-run frame to unravel. And the result, the Orioles lose their 5th in a row, 10-8 to the Cleveland Guardians.
All right, this is a little concerning now.
I think the Orioles are allowed to have a couple of bad games and maybe kind of give some guys off, and then it's hot everywhere. So maybe they just need a little bit of a break, hopefully. I don't know.
Maybe.
All right. So the Nationals, they got in a little benches clearing dust up with the San Diego Padres, and then Jurickson Profar hit a grand slam, and Manny Machado also hit a dramatic home run. San Diego Padres beat the Nationals 9-7 Tuesday night in a wild game between the two teams. Frederick Keys, They got a good win over the Mahoning Valley Scrappers in their third straight win, 10-3. They sent 12 batters to the plate in the 8th inning. Maryland and Georgetown going to play basketball. They haven't done so in a while. The two teams haven't played in I think since 2016. Teams are going to alternate hosting contests. Terps will hold the first one and the third on their campus, and then the Hoyas will hold the second and the fourth. They're only about 15 miles apart, but it's been 2016 since they actually played each other.
Well,
and before
I wonder how that happens. Do they just kind of shake up the local schools that play one another out of divisions?
Well, yeah, they're out of division. So what happens is you have to come up with some kind of an agreement, and of course that just means money, right?
Yes, and of course.
Yes. So determining where they need to be, and what I guess Maryland needs to play, if Georgetown isn't that good or Maryland isn't that good, the two teams, they want to play people who they can either win against or it's going to give them, gravitas when it comes to, playing
or
at the
TV
end of the
rights
season.
or big crowds, right?
Right,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And finally, the Hershey Bears beat the Coachella Valley Firebirds 5-4 in Game 6 on Monday night to win their record-extending 13th Calder Cup title. So it's kind of a big deal for the Hershey Bears.
Yeah, they have great hockey up there.
Yeah, they do. I love hockey.
Me too.
If I could afford it, I would have season tickets to the Capitals.
Yeah, same. They're trying to bring that pro hockey league to Frederick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Maryland Pro Hockey was just out this few months ago doing a big push. They're talking about trying to create a new stadium, I guess, for the Flying Cows and co-use it for ice hockey as well. But, I'd love to have that here.
Yeah, it would be great to have that. I mean, we really do a good job. And, the Frederick Keys are doing a great job, and the city's starting to invest into Nimio Field at Harry Grove Stadium. So we'll see what happens. If there's the hardest part is finding land, buying the land, and building it, and whether or not people and taxpayers will get behind it.
Yeah, well, and I think people were saying, because originally they were saying a 5,000 seat, and if they went to 7,500 seats, then we could host some larger entertainers and things like that. It would be great to have a venue like that here. Yeah,
it would be good. It would be great. Fantastic.
All right.
Sunshine today, Dani, and looks like it's going to be a nice day. Maybe a sprinkle of showers later on today. High of 93. Then we get into the 80s. 88 on Thursday, Friday, 87. Maybe a slight chance of rain on Saturday. Of course, it's the weekend. Sunday, partly cloudy skies. Monday, as we head back to work, 80s for your high.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we do need the rain, but I'm not complaining about the 80 degrees. It's much nicer than last week, for sure.
Much nicer. It's a great day to be in Frederick as we're Hump Day Wednesday.
That's right. Well, you have an awesome day. Appreciate the updates, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. All right, let's talk about our giveaways. I've got Family 4-Pack to the Frederick Keys to add every single Friday. Each one of these prizes we're going to be giving away every week. 5 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs, a ticket to Tree Trekkers, and Family 4-Pack to the Frederick Keys. So you can text MDL for the Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. You can text TREE for the Tree Trekkers 3-hour adventure ticket, and you can text KEYS to 888-465-2944 to win the Family 4-Pack of tickets to see the Keys this season. And the nice thing about the Keys tickets, it's a voucher. You just exchange at the ticket booth anytime for any game this season, any regular season game, that is, anyway. So you'll have until, I think Labor Day is the last weekend they play here. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and I have all the events, and I chat with John Pierce about his tenure as outgoing Key City Rotary president, and Tammy Brown helps people who aren't creative put together the best crafts. And that's all coming up right after this.
Elevate your next party with Dreamscape Slumber Events. Over 12 themes and customization available for kids, teens, and adults to enjoy. Don't have the space? We have solutions for that too. Search Dreamscape Slumber Events on Facebook.
All right, it's time to talk about what's happening in Frederick. Yes, happening in Frederick, sponsored by Intense Barbecue. Family owned. Rob and Robin are fantastic. And the barbecue food truck is unbelievable. I know you've seen them out there. They've got a newish truck with a trailer that has a great wrap on it. It is really phenomenal. I'm so happy to see how well Intense Barbecue is doing as a food truck. But did you know they're also caterers? They can cater your event, small to large, and they'll make anything. So barbecue is awesome. They'll do that, of course, but they can also do filet mignon and chicken and steak and anything pretty much that you want, because that's what they've been doing for decades, okay? So if you want great food that's cooked in small batches, and it ensures the food is as fresh as it can be, you can go to intensebarbecue.com. That's IN10SE, barbecue.com, and satisfy your meat tooth. Give Rob and Robin a call and say, hey, I've got a party coming up. Can you help me out? And he will say, yes, I can. All right, if you want to know what's happening in Frederick, you've got to check out the Everything Frederick calendar. It has so many great events on it. I am telling you right now, sorry, every time I have to do this because my stuff is sitting right in the way of my screen. But I add at least 3 to 4 events every single day to this calendar. Again, you could never say there isn't enough going on in this town, because there are always tons of things. And when I see people who say, hey, do you know of anything I can do with a 3-year-old? Or I've got a teenager who says they're bored, what can you do? Go to this calendar. Tell them. All they have to do is go to promocircus.com, click on Everything Frederick Live. You'll see the calendar right there. Or just have them text the word calendar to our number, 888-465-2944, and you get a link right to it, or tell them to watch the show every day. I go over it for the week. All right, it is Wednesday today. Tons of great stuff going on, as you can see from the calendar. Again, there's some really great programming going on in our local libraries. I had no idea so many things were happening, but if you have a child who may be on the spectrum or have autism, there is an autism-friendly story time at 10:15 on Wednesdays at Sieber Arts, which is very cool. Give you a place to go where you don't have to worry about anything. Fingerboard Farm Market is open with fresh produce available from 11 to 5:30 today, located just on Fingerboard Road. And of course, we were talking already about the carnival season is still in full swing. Harney Fire Company is happening tonight, 5 to 10. And Smithsburg is 6 to 10 this evening. But check the hours before going, because when we posted the dates, the hours were not published yet. So double check. There is a link through there that you can find out. Also, that Board of Education meeting is tonight, 6 o'clock. And if you want to find out more or register to speak, you can do so at the link, which is available. Tomorrow is Thursday, and of course, Thursdays means the home of Everything Frederick is open, so you can drop off your school supplies starting at 11 o'clock, or your new shoes that we are collecting. So you can do that, or just stop in and see. Probably Michael or Tara will probably be there tomorrow at the shop, and check it out. I think you'll love it. I really do think you'll love it. And of course, tomorrow is Alive at 5, from 5 to 8 at the Carroll Creek Amphitheater. You must be 21 to enter, or you can sit on the library side and listen to La Unica Band is coming this weekend. So that is Celtic Latin fusion. Wow. Might have to check that out just to hear what that sounds like. There's always great bands at Alive at 5. There's also Poorhouse Trivia at X Golf on Thursdays from 6:30 to 9. And WFRE's Country on the Creek, Emma J. is broadcasting from Shuck and Shack from 7 to 9 p.m. on Thursdays. On Friday, you can visit Cote Kids Shaved Ice at the airport. You can watch planes take off and land at the Frederick Airport. They are there from 11 to 4 p.m. The Living History program up in Emmitsburg. There is a program at 2 o'clock where you can see living history portraying real people from Mother Seton's world. That they're in period attire. Oh, that is really fun. And that's right up the road in Emmitsburg, not too far at all. While you're up there, you can visit the Emmitsburg Farmers Market. That happens from 3 o'clock as well. Let's see. Live music at the Cocktail Lab on East Patrick Street. I love that. That's fun. That's from 8 to 10 on Friday evening. Let's see what's coming Saturday. All Levels Yoga. And that happens at the Frederick Arts Council Sky Stage. We've been talking about some of the amazing programming going on at Sky Stage. You can do that on Saturday at 9 a.m. And let's just see. You can sign up and or purchase a drop-in or 10 class pass at yogamore.org. I love that. That Sky Stage is really beautiful. If you haven't been there, I think it's won awards for the design. It was a building that actually, I think, caught on fire, and the Arts Council and other people turned it into an amazing venue. Roofless venue, that is, too. So just be aware. There's no roof on it. You see the sky from the stage. Let's see. Again, Home of Everything Frederick is open on Saturdays, where you can drop off your new shoes for Souls of Love or your school supplies for Stuff the Bus, so that you can help us give back to those great programs. WFRE is at the Frederick Motor Company from 2 to 4 p.m. on Saturday. You can check out, they've always got great giveaways when they're out and about. And the Frederick Shakespeare Festival is at Hood College on Saturday evening from 7:30. They present A Midsummer Night's Dream, and that is a pay-what-you-can event. So if you're on a tight budget, have no fear. You can pay what you can afford. All right, let's see. On Sunday, Urbana Library has their farmers market from 10 to 1. I've been to that. It's pretty good if you haven't been down there for that one, if you haven't checked that out yet. And Goat Yoga is at Milk House Brewery. Oh my gosh, I love the goats. So fun. I would be doing zero yoga though and just playing with the goats. I can really honestly say that for sure. There's also a lavender watercolor workshop at Springfield Manor Winery, Distillery, Brewery. And that starts at noon on Saturday. That's really fun too. Might have to do that. We love the crafty stuff. We're going to be talking about crafts a little bit later. And the Orioles Nest has a steak feed. $30. You get a 16-ounce grass-fed ribeye with baked potato and a salad from 2 to 7 on Sunday, 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock. That's a pretty good dinner. You can get those tickets at the Orioles Nest on West Patrick Street, kind of down behind Burlington Coat Factory off Route 40. So those are your events for the week ahead, and we love that. And again, access that calendar anytime. Oh, also, a couple big things coming up. First Saturday, which is not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Do you guys say that? Next Saturday? When I say next Saturday, my husband feels like it is the next Saturday that happens, which would be this Saturday, which it's not. First Saturday, July 6th, the Home of Everything Frederick has some amazing fun. It is, you can have your kids come and build let me just double check and make sure, July 6th. I want to get this right because it is going to be a great time for the kids. Now, last month we did kind of the princess thing, and we did that with our good friends. I'm telling you, Tammy Sue looks like a princess that just stepped out of a Disney novel for sure. But this month we wanted to do something for not the boys necessarily, because it is let me just see here, 12:30. We're doing it 12:30. It did not update. Did I not save it yet? Anyway, I'm going to get you the details, but it's going to be a lot of fun. The kids are going to have a great time. There's a couple of kits that they can make. It's just $10 to cover the cost of the kit, but it's going to be a ton of fun. And we're going to I'll be there. Mama Cone will be there. Probably give away some stickers or some other Good Morning Frederick stuff. You can always enter to win a t-shirt. I think I put it onto the calendar, but I probably didn't hit save yet. So just remember, first Saturday in July, we've got some fun stuff happening. And speaking of fun, crafting. Are you crafty? I'm definitely not. But let's talk to Tammy and find out how she makes crafting so fun. And then I'm going to show you my piece of work. Home of Everything Frederick, Tammy Brown. I just made this. But let me just tell you, hers looks way better. So you were telling me you moved to Maryland from Massachusetts.
Yes.
And you were a teacher.
Yes.
What grade did you teach?
Elementary.
You did.
Yes.
And you were looking for something to do when your husband retired.
Yes.
And you got into the paint nights and craft nights, and now you've kept yourself busy for 16 years.
Yes.
That is pretty impressive.
Creative.
And you've always been creative?
I have been.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you're one of those people, I think, that can kind of take nothing and make something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Always?
Always.
Yeah. And what is it that you love about doing this business?
I love bringing the creative side out of other people.
Yeah.
I don't think that everybody realizes that they are creative. So
No,
they just need
definitely
a
not.
really good teacher
Yeah.
to let them know that they have a creative, there's something inside of them that's creative. They just need to bring it out. So
Yeah.
I like to enhance that.
Yeah, I love that, because there are people who are not that brain who, when they come away, they go, holy cow, look what I did.
Right, exactly. And that makes me really happy when you're really happy.
Yeah.
And you said, I did that.
Yeah.
All right. And I also like doing projects that are, I call it foolproof, okay? So like you can't fail at it.
Right.
You can only succeed at it.
Yeah.
So I have always believed in building your confidence in art, not destroying it. That was a big thing for me.
That's good.
So I always say I want to be your creative addiction.
Yes. Now you're available for fundraising events
Yes.
and parties and just fun nights. What's been the most, do you have any particular events that you go, that was just amazing, that stand out?
The crushed glass, definitely.
Yes.
Because everybody's projects come out so amazing, and
Yeah.
that makes me excited.
Yeah, excellent.
When they see that they have an artist that exists in them,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, so where can people get more information or book you for a party?
So I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
And you can go to Painting with Friends by Tammy,
Okay.
and you can find me right there.
And it's not just painting. She does
It's-
everything.
Exactly. I do everything. I do everything creative.
We're gonna do the wood projects next for sure, because I really want to do something.
Oh, they're
for-
beautiful.
Yes,
they're
I really wanna-
large. They're very, very big projects.
Yeah. So stay tuned to the Home of Everything Frederick for our next craft night with Tammy, because it'll be spectacular and you'll enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, so here is what Mama Cone and I made. I know my ring light is not helping, but it is made out of sea glass. It is this cute red, white, and blue tree, and she gave us lights. So adorable. I did this. Crazy. I'm not terribly crafty. She really did make it easy. Now, I do have to say, hers looked phenomenal. It did look phenomenal, but not so bad there. Not so bad. There's enough glue from the glue gun on this thing to hold a house together, I will tell you. But that's what we made. So, next time we post at the and if you haven't liked the Home of Everything Frederick yet, you are missing out, my friends. You really are. But if you like the Home of Everything Frederick, Shannon posts all the fun things going on there. July 1st, there is a flower making with Ori. I think I did sign up for that, Mama Cone and I, because we missed out on the last one. And the bouquets that they made were gorgeous. And anyway, I'm going to get Tammy, hopefully, to do the wood sign project, because I would love a new sign for our front door. All right, we're going to take one more quick break, and then we're going to be back meeting John Pierce, the techie guy who just finished up is finishing up a tenure as president of Key City Rotary. And that's happening right after this.
All in One Events is Frederick's #1 source for event rentals and entertainment. Please visit us on the web at www.aioeventgroup.com or call 1-888-727-8902 for more information.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining flattery beyond compare.
ANS Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and it is right here in Frederick. She specializes in any area, though. She is locally owned, but will go wherever you need to. I went and visited her on her Mount Airy job site recently, where her crew was finishing up the roof and getting ready to start a siding project with the same house. So if you need work done, maybe you've noticed your roof looks the wear and tear is getting there. This is the time to fix it, not when it's an emergency and it's raining and you got leaks and you're trying to deal with all of that, because that's going to lead to a lot bigger problems like mold and all of that. You don't need any of that. Fix your roof now. Give Sandra a call at 301-703-2157 or email her at info@ansconstruction.net. That's info@ansconstruction.net. Get with her now and figure, even if you just have her come do a quote, maybe you're not yet prepared to start, at least you'll know where you are. Maybe your roof doesn't need fixing at all, or maybe it doesn't need to be replaced. Maybe it can be fixed. That's great news to find out. Now, if you do need a replacement, you get $750 off just because you're watching this show. You can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any repairs. Not bad. Tell Sandra you saw her on Good Morning Frederick when you see her out and about, because she's always in the community. And it's awesome. All right, let's talk about people of Frederick. People of Frederick is sponsored by the Healing Storm. Shannon and her team strive to create an environment where you're seen, heard, and valued. Oh, you can't beat that. The Healing Storm focuses on alternative holistic healing methods to relieve stress and pain, massage therapy, Reiki, lymphatic massage, and a healing journey program. So if you've got pain and stress, check out thehealingstorm.com to schedule an appointment. The Healing Storm, a place to unwind and recharge through alternative healing. All right, at 12 years old, John Pierce was encouraged to find ways to make money, and he's been doing that ever since. He travels the country being the techie wizards at places he sometimes can't disclose. And on July 1st, he will end his tenure as president of Key City Rotary. I would like to introduce you to John Pierce. Well, I am talking with my good friend, John Pierce, my former president of Key City Rotary, and all-around audio, video, electronic guru. How are you, my friend?
Doing wonderful, Dani. Thank you so much for having me on.
Well, I think this is really great. I put out a challenge for myself to try to interview as many people as I can from Key City Rotary before the end of the year. We have a little over 100 members. You're my first one, technically. Right. So thank you for helping me mark them off the list. So your background is in, well, you were just telling me when you were 12 years old, you kind of started your own gig.
Yeah, I mean, it started having a love for music, and I've listened to every kind of music you could imagine. I've listened to classical and jazz and hard rock and very hard rock and rap and gangster rap, you name it. And just kind of fell in love with the music and started to pal around with some friends of mine that were in a really bad band. And, we call them toting fuzzy speakers. So the big old speakers that were fuzzy and carpeted, we would set them up and play some music. And it started when I was 12. And it's kind of taken me into a 25-year career.
That is unbelievable in the sense that, you know, to see you as I've come to know you through kind of the scope of Rotary, it's just, I love this kind of knowledge about you. It does have me look at you in a really different light, which I like.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I actually don't tell people I'm in AV. I say I'm in technology because AV business has kind of morphed into such a broad technology business. So it's not just audio, it's not just video, it's IT, it's network infrastructure, it's cybersecurity, it's all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's why most people are like audio and video, but technology as a whole.
Yes, yes. Look, I mean, and you're doing, now I was reading about like you were doing audio and stuff for a large church in the DC area. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, that was a couple years ago. So I've transitioned to another role. I'm a chief technology officer for a national integrator, and I travel all over the country. And I've done industries such as houses of worship. I've done synagogues. I've done very traditional churches. I've done Catholic churches, and I've done non-denominational churches, and I've done mosques, believe it or
Wow.
not. So I've done all sorts of things, but now it's mostly enterprise and government work that I spend my time in, and large arenas. So I fly kind of all over the country and do NFL, NBA, NCAA arenas, and then a lot of secret squirrel stuff that I can't talk about.
Yes, yes. This is what I do know. When you say you can't really say what you've been doing or where you've been doing it, but
Totally can't. I'm in an undisclosed location right now. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. I love it. I love it though. So you said your dad kind of encouraged you to start making funds for yourself. Have you done the same for your kids?
Of course, yeah.
And how do you encourage kids today to do that? Does it take much, or are your kids kind of born with that innate drive to want to do that?
My kids are all different. I don't know what you think, but all three of them are different. So my oldest is very much by the book. Everything's got a rule. You got to follow it. My middle one is kind of very carefree, very creative. And then my daughter, who's the baby, is just a strong-headed little girl. And so they're all so different. But I think the biggest thing for me that I'm trying to instill in them is just a hard work ethic. And I think that's the biggest thing that this generation needs, is just to know to get out there and grind every day, and that it's a good thing to grind. It's also a good thing to rest, to have some time that you're down and resting. But it's, how you make yourself is how hard you're working and how much you want to put into it. And it'll give back to you over time.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. And it's the same. It's so funny. I say to my husband all the time, how could we have had two children from the same two of us that are so amazingly different in their own ways? It's sometimes shocking and sometimes it's laughable. So yeah. I love it.
Absolutely.
So giving back, huge part of what you've done, especially over the past couple of years as president of Key City Rotary. How was that experience for you and your family and the impacts it had?
It's crazy. If I'm being honest, it was one of those things where I just kind of raised my hand to step up and do it. And it's been life-changing. And Key City Rotary has been such a joy to be a part of because of how unique it is, how special it is, and the folks that are there, the diversity that we have. It's such a diverse group of individuals from around Frederick. And it's every time I meet somebody or talk to someone in more detail, I learn how deeply connected they are to the community, how much they care about Frederick, and how much they want to see Frederick be a place that is thriving for their families. And so for my family, it's kind of part of our DNA in the sense of service. We've always been a service family. Before I kind of got into the AV industry, I was actually in full-time ministry at a church in Montgomery and Frederick County. And that's another secret that people don't know. And that was just part of what we did. We were always looking for ways to give back to the community and get involved and to make sure that there was never, and it's impossible to meet this goal, but we're working to it. There was never anybody that didn't have something to eat or something to wear or someplace to sleep warm at night. And so it's just a part of who we are.
Yeah, and I think it's an amazing thing to share with your family. I know for me personally as well, like this whole adventure and journey with this new project just has allowed me the scope to help more and reach out more and kind of do what I can do well, which is raise awareness and sometimes funds for organizations, but I do love the vibe at Key City Rotary is what really encouraged me to join. And again, you're right, the diverse group of people. I'm just shocked every day sometimes that there are so many people doing great things that I didn't know before, and am certainly happy to learn about and know now and be introduced to great new organizations as well. Is there kind of one thing over the past couple of years, you just finished your term, that was a standout for you from being the president of Key City?
When I stood up there at my first inaugural meeting and I said that Rotary is not me, it's we. I think the biggest thing that I would take is this entire year, Rotary has not been about me. Yeah. It's been about we. It's been about Key City Rotary and what we've done. And it's amazing to me because I hear so often, Dani, of things that have happened with Key City that I didn't even know about. And that is a true, in my mind, a true staple of an organization, that it's got such a broad reach in the community when things are happening and it's organic and it's good, it's not bad, and it's helping the community be a better place. And so I think the fact that we made Key City bigger than one person, bigger than the board, bigger than the leadership, it's about the group as a whole. And I'm probably say I'm the most proud of that.
Yeah, you're right. And that's the show of a really strong organization that has good supportive leadership. That isn't all about me. It's about we, and I love it. I think you did that very, very well. Well, I know that though your Key City presidency is behind you, as of July 1st, officially, any big plans for the extra time that you might have freed up now?
This is the joke that I always tell people, Dani. I've got so much time and so much money, I don't know what to do with it. No, we're going to take some time off. I will most definitely stay involved in Key City Rotary and look forward to actually being able to do more because I don't have to run the meetings every week. And that'll be a big thing for me, is to kind of get more involved in the service side of things that I haven't been able to do. So.
Well, that is phenomenal. Look, I do appreciate the time that you took out for me today. I know you're busy and have a lot of people who need you. So thank you very much. Look, I think it's fascinating, and I love to get to know people as much as possible. And I'm happy to introduce you to Good Morning Frederick as well today. So thank you so much, John.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Okay. If you have any interest in Key City Rotary, giving back to our community, it's a service-oriented organization. I'd love to take you as my guest. We meet not every other Thursday, the second and fourth Thursdays of every month. I'd love to take you and show you what Key City Rotary is all about. All right, coming up on tomorrow's show, Madison Silver talks about her journey in all things basementy as marketing and outreach for Fortress Foundations. And Judith Cornett is a local artist who showcases her work at Noma Gallery on Market Street and has a cool way to engage with people who see her work. Now, we're on all the socials. Look for Good Morning Frederick on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And remember, it's free to comment, share, and let people know that this show exists. I appreciate it very much. In the meantime, have a great Wednesday. And get out there, Frederick. Be great.